All right, guys, so thanks for tuning in. Dude, I drew a blank.
Create a writer's block.
No, yeah, your name, I forgot.
Sal.
Oh, yeah.
It's been like, what, a week?
How could I forget that? Both my uncle and my cousin are named Sal. Anyway, so thanks for tuning in to another video. Sal is here. He came to pick up that motor because he can use it. And what's cool is that he likes to, I would say, save Eclipses as well. So he has a, what year is your Talon?
95.
95 Talon and a
95 GSX.
and a 95 GSX. So he said, why not pick up another motor to have it as an extra? You never know what he can use it for. And then we were discussing this car that you guys saw in the last video, and just what we can do with it, the possibilities, just that it's just a solid starter car, I guess I could say. Mm-hmm. And maybe we could do something out of this car right here. And then he's willing to help out, put it together and help me out because I'm not mechanically inclined, but I do my best. But he's a more technical guy, and I'm more of I'm down with wheels, tires, suspension, all the bigger parts, but he's more about the motor stuff. So maybe you might see a video down the line with him and I, maybe putting some work into this one as maybe a budget build. Who knows? Make sure to comment below and like the last video, what you guys would like to see out of this, whether it's building it, donating it, giving it away, whatever it is. Don't comment below, and don't forget to hit a like and a thumbs up. And yeah, so let's help him get this motor into his car.
And whatever it took, they did it themselves. Whatever they could figure out, they made it work. You know.
That was it. Unless you had money to go to road race, and back then there was no internet. There wasn't. No, there wasn't. There wasn't at all. There was, but it was really super slow, and it was AOL.
Yeah. And then they got the forums.
And even then, there was no such thing as websites.
No.
There was AOL group chats that you could go into, but mainly you would get all your sources from either car shows, people that have done it, or magazines.
Yeah.
And then
magazines were big.
You would have to wait to see a magazine do a build or a hack or anything.
Figure it out, yeah.
Right? Or you would just meet with other Eclipse guys or other DSMs and say, hey, what have you done to your car? And they would be like, either they would share with you or they wouldn't share with you. But for the most part, that's the only way you would get your info.
Well, these community, I mean, back in the beginning, everyone was pretty good. People shared, people talked about, they would help each other out. It wasn't like how now there has to be some kind of trade. Like, they're not going to help you unless you're helping them.
And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned, even having this car now, and have given away a bunch of my stuff, or either sold, is more giving back to the community, so that to get that camaraderie again of being not me wanting to be the best Eclipse. It's me like, let's shine together. And I think that's that's what's needed, because if you go on DSM forums now or groups on Facebook, they're dicks. Yeah. I'm sorry if that offends people, but pretty much people are dicks, because people will be like, they feel they have to say, this is a stupid question. Yeah. In order for them to ask.
But it's like, it depends. Some things like you should have searched. Obviously, you should do some research, but the way they go about it sometimes is too aggressive. Like, just because you ask a simple question, like, okay, we'll just direct them to the information they need, and that's it.
But they make you feel stupid. And I think also, and I've had a conversation yesterday with another guy, if you don't have a 4G63, you don't get no love. At all. No. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, who am I to say a 420A is not cool?
The main thing is they say it's not a DSM. Even though technically,
the body is. Yeah. Right?
But it was still built in the same plant and everything.
But it's also me, like, I don't like 3Gs and 4Gs, and I'll be honest, but who am I to say they're still not Eclipses? Yeah. I could say they're not DSMs, we could say that for a fact. Yeah. But then what ends up happening, then now we seclude ourselves from other groups, and now it's not togetherness. And so I think that's whether it's 3G or 4G, they're going to hang out no matter what together. Yeah. And 2Gs are going to hang out, and 1Gs. But at the end of the day, as long as you're helping each other, that's all that matters, at least to me.
Now we kind of segregate everything into little groups. You know, like the performance guys, the track guys. You know, the street racers, and then the ones just for body looks and all that. And I guess it shouldn't be like that. They should kind of all. Obviously, their activities are going to differ, but they should still be able to at least communicate with each other, not be like so hateful towards each other.
And that's what I noticed when I came back into this community. It was everybody was in groups.
Yeah.
And they're still in groups. And for me, it's like, no, let's open doors. So I think that's what's cool about Save the Eclipse. It's worldwide. And some people I can't even speak to because they don't speak English.
Yeah,
but they still feel part of the group.
Yeah,
right. So it's tough. But
yeah, I remember in the beginning, like when I first got in my first DSM, one of the main guys I used to hang out with when we used to work on our cars was he had a non-turbo, 420 5-speed, but he still had the same passion, about the car, making it look a certain way, Eventually, he wanted to do motor and all that, but he kind of that stuff's expensive. Most people when they start out, they just do body, make it look good, the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like it should be the passion of working on the car versus like what you prefer. You guys both have the same car, so what difference does it make?
And so that's what another guy was telling me yesterday. He's us the Toyota guys. There's 6 different platforms in Toyota for I don't know if it was Celica or whatever it was, but we all treat everybody the same way. Like if they all had the same car.
Yeah.
So but again, that's what old school people. That's what we're here for. And even yourself, because you started in 2004.
Yeah.
So about
2005.
Around there, 2004, 2005. So you were second generation of OG DSMers, but that's still like That's still like 14 years ago.
Yeah.
Compared to like everybody that just came into the scene maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
2009, 2008, right? So
yeah, it's definitely changed over time.
So,
but it's funny because when I bought my first one in 2004, I picked up that GSX, super clean, bulk, everything was like $300, and like now the prices are still the same.
Yeah, except for the parts.
Yeah,
the bulk stuff
Bulks
and the Greddies and stuff like that. That's still going up, but the car itself,
the
values. You could tell. Just picking this one up for pretty much dirt cheap.
$100 is basically like the cost of your tow. That's it.
Right? It's mainly there, just motor.
Yeah, fairly complete. Body's not horrible. It's wrapped, but underneath it's probably still. It looks pretty flat and everything. It's not. It's just amazing how cheap things go. Because I think it's just a lot of people they get to that point where it's too much and they don't want to mess with it anymore. They don't put any more money into it, and just like let it go.
Yep.
Let it go for a few bucks. I've had most of mine are like $500 deals. Complete cars, literally nothing wrong with them, just bad head gasket or transmission's bad. Something they can't or don't want to do anymore, but it's not. Like for $500, if you need a new motor, $1,000, and you got a running car, complete car, it's crazy. I notice a lot of them sit before they sell it too. Like they intend to get to it,
but it just never happens.
Yeah, things happen, life happens, and there's no when you look for stuff for these cars, you can't find it as easy anymore. Not like you used to be able to. Not like you can for other cars.
Yeah.
And they just kind of give up.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of the parts, you're almost better going to the junkyard.
And that's your only hope, right?
Yeah.
And when you get there, you better hope that somebody didn't already take it.
Yeah, because people still take it, even if they're not going to use it, either to keep it or to sell it or
exactly.
whatever.
So you don't need that valve cover, right?
Who can't use another valve cover?
You can never go wrong with them.
Man, honestly, anytime I can find parts for these cars, even if I don't intend to use it, I know maybe in the future. The thing I like about this one, the oleum filter.
Oh, the oleum
That's
filter.
always nice.
Yeah.
It means they at least try to use some quality parts.
Right. slide. There. Buenas fallas. Don't forget the pistons. Unless you don't want them.